Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to this preview video of Outpost, Infinity Siege. We walked you through the EUA armory in the last video, and this time, let's hit the ground with the Outpost, exploring this vast land that holds treasure and danger alike. Preparation, exploration, recovery, and defense. The Tour mode, featuring those 4 keywords, is the main gameplay of the game, where the Outpost and you will grow stronger together. You can adjust the Outpost layout, characters, gears, and supplies, before selecting the target area and going on a tour. In Tour mode, our ultimate goal is to gather valuable resources along the way, and transport them back to the base after fending off the relentless attacks of the Mechanos. This way you can store the resources in the warehouse and use them to craft components for the Outpost. Once you enter the target area, you'll see a tactical map. You'll have multiple paths to choose from, each passing through several different sites. Entering an unexplored site costs power, so the Outpost's power determines how many sites you'll be able to explore. Sites made of special models are called landmarks. You'll have a higher chance of gathering advanced resources there. Once you enter the site, you can switch between combat mode and command mode anytime. In combat mode, which adopts the first-person perspective, you can shoot enemies with your guns and gather resources, whereas command mode gives you an easier way to control the components of the Outpost. While searching for valuable resources during exploration, you should also keep an eye on your backpack space. If you don't have much space left, you can store resources in the Outpost or make better use of them. For example, dismantle extra resources into building materials used for crafting temporary facilities and ammo. You can also convert them into power to extend the exploration. Aside from driving the Outpost, power is also used to scan maps for resources, force open electric locks, gather materials, and other purposes. You can even activate the Promethean Shockwave with power in combat. That will deal a fatal blow to enemies near the core tower. You can raise the caps for power and materials by crafting certain components. Random events that you may run into while exploring may also replenish them. Proceed wisely. How much you explore determines the difficulty and length of a game. Besides valuable fortunes, the exploration is also full of challenges. As you keep exploring, you might run into fiercer enemies. They won't show mercy. Equip yourself and the Outpost and protect the resources you've risked your life for. That is the goal of the game. Each site comes with its own objectives, and the conditions for triggering an attack and the strength of enemies also differ. You can return to the tactical map and keep marching once you have completed the objectives and eliminated enemies on the site. A random event will trigger each time you pass through a site. Events may affect your gains, strength, or the difficulty of the game. Take stock of your Outpost and supplies and balance risk and reward. Aside from protecting your own safety, you should also keep a lookout for the Outpost. If the Outpost were destroyed, you would be spotted by Atos immediately. Then, you would have to run for your life under swarms of enemies and fatal Atos strikes until the hovercraft came to save your life. However, you would lose all the resources in the Outpost and could only take back your gear and backpack. If an operative was taken down, they would go dark. All weapons, gears, and inventory items would be lost. That would mark the failure of the tour. The more resources you recover, the higher the difficulty will be on the recovery day. You may choose to discard part of your loot to lower the difficulty based on your strength and the damage you've taken. And of course, you can activate more hazards for more rewards, if you're up for some challenge. In short, risk-reward management is one of the cores of the game. Play safe or wild, it's up to you. You can invite up to 3 friends to the tour and face the challenge together. Players who've participated in the tour can take back the loot in their backpack, and also gain gold from hazards. Endless mode is a crucial way to test out your Outpost. It unlocks in the later stages of the game. You will face up against endless waves of enemies. Try to hold for as long as possible. The enemies will grow stronger, so you may test your Outpost to the limit. Apart from your outpost, you also have to defend a few preset strongholds. The more strongholds you manage to defend after each wave, the better rewards you'll get. You can exit the battle after each wave of enemies. Hold for one more wave and you can board the evac aircraft, complete this game, and gain all the resources you've obtained. Endless mode comes with a lot higher difficulty and rewards than tour mode. You'll have access to top-notch gear and materials that allow you to craft something truly extraordinary. Hellfire, that turns the battlefield into an actual hell. All sorts of cataphracts sweeping across enemy camps, 406mm cruiser cannons that eclipse all other weapons, and more. With these facilities and war machines, you'll dominate the battlefield. We look forward to your performance in Endless Mode after the official launch. That's all for today, Commander. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.